It's a long build-up. I forgot how long the build-up is. Hold on. Wait, it's gonna drop in a second. Hold on. There. Okay. Okay. It's been so long since I heard this song. Man, it has been a hot minute. What's up, everybody? It's time to play with TheGamingRose, and welcome back to a Fortnight at Frenni's Fazclaires. God, it has been... How long has it been? I can't even remember. That's how long it's been. I believe the last time I played this game was all the way up to night 2, and it was a night 3 already that's been up there. But since there's been a whole lot of updates for this game, and I know everyone's been asking me left and right, Raj, where you at on this game? Where when you gonna drop next video? And I appreciate you guys being on the lookout for it, and I appreciate you guys trying to remind me. And again, I cannot apologize enough, as always. The thing is that holidays are very stressful, all right, for the most part. In fact, you know, I'm pretty like very much behind in comparison to everybody on YouTube in terms of welcome back from the holidays type videos. And there's a lot of things that have happened considering the first entire month that I just couldn't be bothered to record anything outside of children going back to school finally, work being a hassle, and their scheduling. In fact, my weekend's been cut short. I gotta go to work tomorrow, so this is my like small window of opportunity I have to get into this. But so I'm gonna give the brief synopsis and then get back into it. What I've been up to. I hope you guys had a fantastic Christmas, New Year's. A lot of things happened in January. We all know the whole Verbalace thing and the a myriad of controversies that's popping left and right. And please keep that to yourself in the comments below if you guys are going to talk about that. Shoot, I think that pretty much is it. Palworld came out in January. That's pretty much been eating up a lot of my free time too. Which fucked up my sleep schedule time and time again. Max can attest to that. I know Max been talking about, hey dude, there's something that's happening in this story that you got. I can't wait to see your reaction on it. So yes, there's a lot of things I am looking forward to when it comes to this game. Oh, so Nightclub, you've been hyped up for me for quite some time. I hope it pulls through. I'm sure that Max has been eating good based off his uploads and thumbnails. I have not seen a single video beforehand, so I'm still in the dark since night 2. I've been really good at avoiding this game spoilers. Thank God. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Oh yeah, gosh, new computer. Since my Frenni's video, I always start on a new computer. Same thing, deal with this, so I got to start over completely. Luckily, I only been through the first 2 nights, and it didn't take too long. Let's see if I can remember my choices, and let's see. You know what? Yeah, let's. New year, new refresh. Let's get started on the beginning again, right? I don't know what just sounded off at the last moment, but that's okay. Let's see if there's any changes. You know, if there's any changes in the story in the first 2 nights, it would be imperative on me to go back to it. So, again, this game is a pre-alpha. Links to Nightclub's Patreon will be in the link description, as always. And as I remember correctly, these characters are based off Corsini's designs. Okay, so yes, pre-alpha, bug, crashes, issues, subject to change. Yep, see, that's why I'm going back to the first night. And yes, male protagonist. Yes, yeah. I'm Josh Black, 25 years old, and my new job being the night guard at a nightclub. And again, the nightclub design, very nice. I like it. Very reminiscent, like I've pointed out in the Fatal Fire's nightclub's design. I said this is a straight up cabaret club. For those who knows what a cabaret club, it's basically a classy way of interacting with women. So more or less, you know, have a hard day at work, don't have a date, don't have anybody, hit up a cabaret club. You'll pay for services of a woman who'll sit down and talk to you and have a drink with you, and you have a good time overall. It gets bloody expensive too, I'll tell you that much. But the experience is kind of worth it for the sense of mental health. Man, Japan so ahead of their time. Let's see. Yeah, my job in New Garden nightclub. Not just any nightclub. Frenni Fazclaire is one of the off-the-strip style clubs where the clientele either recommended poach or somehow lured by is recommended poached or somehow lured to the neon sign above the entrance. It's not the biggest of clubs, only a couple of stories tall, tucked away between several larger buildings. It has been a while. I'm just to go through the first and second night is a bit of a warm up for the lips. I'll tell you what, I forgot how much reading I'll be doing because there's a lot to get caught up to. If there's nothing new, I'll probably might cut through this whole first 2 nights, and I will fast track to night 3, where everyone really wants to be at. However, it does not look super seedy from the outside. Maybe a little run down, but so is everything in the city. The real draw of Fazclaire's is the unique staff they have. There's 4 life-size advanced animatronics that sing, dance, act as waitresses, and provide private shows. Why the club needs a night guard is unclear. Well, yeah, someone's going to steal the girls up, clearly. My new boss, Mr. Smith, Agent Smith, isn't even mean person. Instead, Mr. Smith gave me the door code and instructions on where to go once inside. The whole situation is a little weird, but I can't complain. A job's a job, and this one should keep the roof above my head. Time to see if this door code works. Click. On the other side of the door is the reception area. It's your standard coat check and filter room where you normally keep bouncers to keep out undesirables. There's no one here at the moment, but there's a uniform waiting for me on the front desk, along with a note bearing my name. Welcome to Frenni Fazclaire's nightclub, where you make your dreams come real, blah, blah, blah. For your first night here, you'll want to take some time to get to know the layout of the building, as well as where all the cameras are. The security room is across the dance floor, past the animatronics room, and before the staff locker room. The animatronics might still be active from their day cycles, but they should recognize you as a member of staff once you change to uniform. I recommend you do that now before you go any further. After that, head to the security room and get acquainted with the tech there. Just head to the staff area to the left of the stage and follow the signs. Can't miss it. Also remember, rule number 1 of the club is that you cannot fuck the animatronics. I'll call around 3 a.m. to see how you're doing. Well, that's an interesting way to greet an onboard new employee. Should I change here or in the locker room? Right, and that's where the first choice went. And as far as I'm concerned, I remember some bad endings. I'm going to try to see if I can remember all the possible good endings to optimize the run. Okay, so I'm going to the locker room. That's where Fex is, I know. So, Fex fans, look forward to it. I'm going to change any view of any cameras. I pocket the note, pick up the uniform, and head to the rest of the club. The club opens up past the reception area to a sizable dance floor before a stage. A bar runs along the wall immediately to the left of the entrance, while the normal tables follow along the right side of the expansive dance floor. To the left of the stage is a doorway marked with the word "Staff Only" in big green letters. To the left, there's a set of spiral stairs that leads to the sign labels as VIP and private booth. I head straight past the Staff Only warning. As I pass by a room marked as animatronics, the hair on the back of my neck stand up. The door is slightly ajar, and through the crack, I can see several recharge pods, as well as a dressing room. I can't see into the pods from this angle. I also don't see any animatronics active inside the room. Yet I can't shake the feeling that I'm being watched. The good news is that the locker room is next door on the right. Convenient. The bad news is that I hear the sounds of running water and someone humming inside. Warm air billows out into the hallway as I peek inside. There's 2 rows of lockers as well as 2 glass wall showers without any privacy curtains. One of the animatronics is finishing up inside. She's red, foxy, and thick in all sense of the word. Droplets of water stick to her metallic body, giving her a nice sheen in all the right places. Not wanting to intrude, I turn to go change in the security room instead. However, my phone goes off in my pocket, causing a foxy robot to jump and whirl on the spot. Hey, who's there? Should I apologize or run to the security room? The running to the security room was the bad ending because fuck, she's fast. Cursing whoever's texting me at midnight, I step around the corner. Sorry, didn't mean to be Pippy Tom. I'm Josh Black, the new security guard. I hold up the bundle in my arms. See, I have the uniform and everything right here. Uniform. See, yeah, got a badge. See. Swim my hand. Say hello for her and ever. The fox eyes narrow on the bundle before flashing between red and blue, eventually landing on the ladder. Well, next time, make sure you're wearing your uniform. You're lucky I'm in low power mode, and that I can detect your badge. Yeah. Otherwise, I'd be chasing after you and running you out of the club. Noted. I'll just wait until you're done changing before I do so myself. I turn as if to leave. Not a second later, I feel her hand upon my right shoulder. Damn, she's fast, even in low power mode. Yeah, I didn't even hear it. Shoot, she was on her. Nuh-uh. You saw? Nah, sorry, I did a little finger waggle on my finger. Nuh-uh. You saw me, so I get to see you. It's only fair, isn't it? Besides, we're all part of the Fazclaire family here. With a little skin among coworkers. I gulped, head over to the bench between the row of lockers, and slip out of my clothes. I can feel the fox's eyes on me the entire time. I don't dare look back to see how close she is, but feels like she could reach out and touch me while breathing down my neck. When she speaks, her voice seems to come from right behind my left ear. Nice in tone. The last guy we had was a scrawny little thing. You couldn't play with without worrying he'd break. But you got some meat on you. Yeah, the memories are coming back slowly. I'm getting Fleece Johnson. Take your time. I forced myself to keep changing despite the audience. I was a bouncer at my last job, not a very good one, on account of me being fired, but I've seen a few fights and know the value of working out. She giggles lyrically, and a note slipping into... she giggles lyrically. The note slipping into my ear like velvet smoke to tickle my eardrums. Well, Mr. Black. I can't get over that name. Still to this day, I can't help but laugh at that name. My name is Fexa. I think you and I are going to get along quite well. Next day, I feel a strong pinch on my right butt cheek. I yelped and moved around to just barely catch the sight of Fexa's tail vanishing around the corner into the hallway. It's a good thing I took care of business before coming tonight, else I'll be finding it even more difficult to focus on the job. I finished buttoning up my uniform, adjust how it sits on me, then head to the security room. Surprisingly, the security room is all about as high-tech as the club's animatronics are. I mean, yeah, you got 8 monitors plus a laptop. The room's actually pretty clean. I was expecting some battered TVs looked up messily to a bunch of cameras, but this place is actually rather nice. Yeah, they got a nice chair, too. Though I don't know why we have a walkie-talkie when we're the only night guard. Unless later in the story it might come around. The main wall is covered in flat screens, each of the 8 showing 4 cameras, each... I'm sorry. Did I just went... Wow. I read that weird. The main wall is covered in flat screens, each of the 8 showing 4 cameras feeds each. Each of the 8 showing... Each of the screens showing 4 cameras each. Oh, God. The sentence structuring is bothering me now. The main wall is covered in flat screens. Each of the... I'll have to say each of the screens Each screen, okay, each screen showing 4 cameras feeds. No, I gotta keep going because I'm gonna be bothered by this for like 5 minutes, and I gotta get to night 3. There's a quick dark oak desk with a laptop on it, as well as a set of speakers and several coffee mugs that reads, "I heart Fazclaire." Unfortunately, mine says something better. But I digress. I skipped that. My bad. There's a sticky note underneath the laptop with username and passwords written on it. Login appears to have standard internet access as well as control all the camera feeds. There's at least 3 cameras in every room aside from the locker rooms and the VIP booths. Both of those have cameras watching who enters and leaves. There are way more cameras in the animatronics room than necessary. Well, I mean, they're on Thomas, so you gotta keep an eye on them for sure. There's a big room split into 3 parts. But why does every recharge part need 2 cameras focused on it? And why does the repair area's cameras have a bit of static that fuzzes in and out? I catch side effects of slipping into a recharge pod labeled with her name. The golden capsule seals are behind. The gold, man, I'm just not in the reading mood tonight. But that's again, warm up. The golden capsule seal is behind her, leaving her reclined with her eyes closed. There's 4 more pods, one labeled Chiku, with a golden bird inside. The most precious of them all. Another pod labeled Bonfi, containing a purple bunny. I hear a lot later in the story about you, Bonfi, and I'm looking forward to seeing it. I really am. Because that, like I said, that's my girl. That's my main squeeze right there. The 4th pod is labeled Frenni Fazclaire. Both it and the spare, unlabeled pod are empty. Does that mean there's an animatronic wandering about? I'd better check all the cameras and figure out their features before leaving the security room. It looks like the cameras have a 15-degree arc and they cycle through every 30 seconds. For some cameras, this means they have a small blind spot. Each camera picks up sounds as well as an image. I have to toggle each feed manually, though I can have multiple sound feeds active at once. It's overloading my ears. There's an option to play pre-recorded sounds or a live mic feed using the laptop's built-in webcam. Modifying or stopping the recording seems to require an administrator password. I'm currently logged in under the security account. All I can do is cycle the feeds and manually rotate the cameras. It seems that all the feeds automatically record into a secure server somewhere else in the building. My guess is that there's a closet somewhere in the servers or in the manager's room. I am reading too fast because I'm trying to get through this. This is what's messing me up. I gotta slow down. My guess is there's a closet somewhere or the servers are in the manager's room. Nothing on the cameras help in that regard. I'll burn through this bottle real quick. I already know. Keep the cap off. Overall, it's a pretty comprehensive system. I don't see the missing animatronics anywhere, but I do hear some humming coming from the camera pointed at the stage. Maybe she's up in the VIP booths or hiding backstage. Might as well use that sound playing feature of the cameras. Are you there, Frenni? This is Josh Black, the new security guard for the night shift. Moments later, an animatronic bear steps through the stage curtains and waves at the camera. Her suit-like top is somehow holding in her hopes and dreams with 3 straining buttons. Still waiting for that skin, Failfire. Still waiting for that skin. Hopefully we'll see it when arcade mode's finally up. She has matching gloves, stockings, and thong. A name tag on her left breast proclaims she's the manager. When she speaks, it's with a smooth, deep, luscious voice. Congratulations, Mr. Black. You've passed my little test for your first evening. I was waiting to see if you'd figure out the cameras and what you would do when one of us wasn't in their recharge pod. Glad I thought to poke around on the computer then. Are you also Mr. Smith by chance? I'm afraid not. I just have the manager badge because I manage all the animatronics, including myself. Why not join you for a drink out here at the bar? Or maybe I could come to you? Don't bring her to the office. I remember that bad ending. But it's okay to join her for a drink. A drink? That sounds nice. I'm not sure if it's allowed. Of course it is. It just comes out of your pay. Mr. Smith is very diligent about reviewing the nightly security footage. Nothing gets past him. But never mind that. Are you coming to me or am I coming to you? I'll come to you. Wonderful. See you shortly. Before I go, I check all the camera feeds one last time. Nothing seems to be out of the ordinary. The other animatronics are where they should be, in their recharge pods. After my experience with Fexa, I wonder how lustful Frenni would be in comparison. I hope I don't regret this. The bar on the main floor is surprisingly well stocked. There's bottles of all kinds of liquor on display. Truly expensive top-shelf stuff is locked behind glass cases. Combined with all manner of mixtures and toppings in the bar's refrigerator's cabinets, I could probably make any drink that came to mind. Though right now I'm more confused. I'm more focused. Yeah, I am very confused. I didn't drink any focus enhancers nor any energy drinks. I'm drinking plain water. I am everywhere. And I said, you know what's a good time to, flip up the cameras and start recording. You're welcome, folks. Though right now I'm more focused on barely covered barely covered bear seated in one of the stools. Mr. Black. I'm gonna giggle every time because I think they're referring to me, and in a sense, yeah, they are. But it's like Mr. Black, yeah. So good of you to join me. I'm worried you stay cooped up in the security room. Should I have? Not at all. Your job is to keep the nightclub safe, isn't it? Yes, but Frenni snags me by the bicep and guides me to the stool next to her. Then have a seat. I'm in danger of being bored to death. Right. So, I gotta know. Can you actually drink being an animatronic? Indeed, I can. All the girls can. We don't actually consume the liquor, though. We store it and put it back in the bottle later. That way we can maintain the illusion of drinking with patrons without the drinks going to waste. And like I said, I believe I remember saying something of the lines like, hey, you could really resell that idea. It's like, hey, this drink was this was inside Chiku, this was inside Frenni. Hey, fix and mix that one. That's a whole new flavor. Someone's going to be into that. I assure you. I'll admit that it's pretty smart, but hang on. Does that mean having a drink now won't mean anything? She painfully pushes against my forearm before hopping the bar with the grace of a ballerina. A drink only matters as much as you want it to. Now then, what can I get you? Frenni, you already know. You already know what I want. What I want. That's what I want. Some good old-fashioned Cryptius juice. Hold the rocks. I want the whole bottle. Let's keep it simple. Rum and Coke, please. Frenni dutifully mixes up the simple drink as if she had do it so many times in the past. Once she slides the 2 glasses of liquor over to me, she returns back to her bar stool and takes a sip of her drink. A nice start to the evening, don't you think? I take a swig of my glass. It's pretty damn good. I'm inclined to agree. If all I have to do is watch you, animatronic girls, and drink, this is going to be a sweet gig. I'm glad you think so, Mr. Black. Just remember, rule number 1 is always in effect. Don't fuck the animatronics, yeah? Hadn't planned on it. That's always how the security guards start. And after a few nights, they change their tune. Can't imagine why. Oh, you. Before I can reply, my phone buzzes as a reminder that I got a message earlier. Oh yeah, that's true. Hold on a second. Might be important. Oh yeah, watch your back. More than trying to the boss wants you to know. From Mr. Unknown. When in doubt, tool up in the security room and pray 6 a.m. rolls around. That's when the programmer takes over into the day cycle and you'll be safe. Who's this? How'd you get my number? Yeah, one-way tick message setting. It's weird. Well, that isn't ominous at all. I shake my head and slip my phone back to my pocket. Sorry about that. Just spam, huh? Frenni is nowhere to be found. Even her drink has vanished. What the hell's going on here? I better get back to the security room before anything else weird happens. Maybe the upcoming call from Mr. Smith will shed some light into what's going on in the nightclub. Right as the clock strikes 3 a.m., my phone buzzes and displays the caller ID, Mr. Smith. Hello? Mr. Black, how's it going, kid? Animatronics behaving? Bar all stocked? I think I did that before, too. Just, Mr. Anderson. I'm supposed to be stocking the bar? Listen, kid. Sometimes when we close up for the night, there isn't time to fully replenish the bar or clean up big messes. Since you're the night guard, that means you're going to have to do those things. Good news is that I remember that we're only missing a bottle of raspberry liquor at the bar. Should be one of those in the storage. It feels weird that I, as a security guard, has to handle janitor stuff. Shouldn't I be staying at my post or occasionally patrolling? That's just how the cookie crumbles here. Half the reason I'm paying you more than most other clubs is because your job is multifaceted. That's a problem? Considering you'll get me caught up in my already behind rent and let me order pizza once or twice, not at all. Yeah, think about the pizza. Where do I get the booze to restock the bar? Like I said, the extra stuff is in the storage room. Be careful not to lock yourself in the walk-in freezer. Had that happen once, and the only reason the poor sap didn't freeze to death was because the animatronics were out that night and found him. How often do they wander anyways? I've already seen Fexa and Frenni out of their pods. Should I worry about them getting into the security office? They're supposed to spend the night recharging, but every once in a while they have a little extra energy left over from the day. That or they can complete the recharge cycle early. That usually leads to them acting a bit quirky. The animatronics do tend to get a little quirky at night. Last guy to have your job thought it meant he could have his way with them. Man, sinuses right now. Don't be stupid like him, kid. They're just machines, limited by their programming. As for the security office, they're programmed to only enter when given permission. Same goes for my office, on the other side of this club. There might not be a camera in either place, but don't think you can sneak a quickie without me finding out. Wait, what happens if the animatronics get rough on me? Like I said, they're machines. Assert your authority and order them back to their pods. Okay. You mind me having a drink or two from the bar? Maybe bringing in some music or something to do in the downtime? As Frenni probably told you when you had that rum and coke drink, drinks come out of your pay. And that kind of like, that was that moment, it was that click, like, Mr. Smith is always watching. It's just that he, which is weird, or he's like Frenni said, he's very diligent on reviewing the camera, so he probably already looked at footage that made his way, like, before calling us. Or maybe he's reviewing as he's calling us, all the way up to 3 a.m. As for the music and shit, whatever lets you handle the shit that needs you doing, whatever lets you handle the shit that needs doing you from going psycho like the last guy. Whatever lets you handle the shit that needs doing you from... Whatever happens to you doing and you from going... And he probably needs, unless sometimes some sentences can be too long, and I think the words. Anyway, my vape's nearly dry and I'm dead tired. Remember to close up when you leave at 6 a.m. Don't call and wake me up unless you're about to die or something. Sure thing, boss. I feel like I have even more questions now that I'm had to go into that call. Still, I'll leave that something. At least I have something to do now. All the animatronics are in their pods when I check the cameras. I should get the restock in the bar with that raspberry liquor. In searching for something to prop the freezer open, just in case I need it, I find a crowbar in one of the desk drawers. I don't know why a tool like that's in such a place. Before I go, I check the cameras one last time to confirm all the animatronics are in their pods. All the girls are where they should be. I just hope that persists. This is new. I don't remember this. So, new stuff. Good to revisit. Good to revisit a night. I justified this video. And who's that right there on the door here? This little frosty character. So it got, looks like it's got elf ears. It's a bow tie. I'll have to keep in mind on what that character name is. Alright, the storage room is on the right after leaving the security room behind. Got some nice tomatoes. Some potatoes. What's that? Is that fucking I forgot what it's called. It's like a chocolate stick, but it's like the chocolate's on the inside straw. I think that's what that is. Nondescript drinks, not beer totally. Is that mushrooms? I'm sorry. I'm just taking it in as it's completely new to me, and I'm totally not a sauce of a particular kind. Inside there are copious amount of boxes stack on one another, as well as carefully racked bottles and piles of party supplies. The freezer door is in the back. There are two cameras watching the room, one in the entrance and one above the freezer. It doesn't take me long to find the bottle of raspberry liquor that Mr. Smith was talking about. I'm guessing that's what this is. As it is just a mixer and not really hard in terms of alcohol content, it is one of the boxes along with several of the same bottle. Before I grab a bottle and leave, I peeked into the other boxes out of curiosity. Most of the boxes contain standard bar stuff, but one box stands out as odd for containing more energy bars than any nightclub should ever go through. Maybe energy bars are used a lot here. Regardless, I get what I came here for and return to the bar with the bottle in hand. I'm not sure where to leave the raspberry stuff, so I set it next to the other mixers in the hopes that that will suffice. Then it's back to the security room. When I entered the security room, the chair I was using was slow. Man, when I entered the security room, the chair I was using is slowing down from a spin. Someone's been in here, and they left in a hurry. With the crowbar firmly in hand, I advanced towards the chair and turned it around. Set on the seat is a photo of Fexa with a phone number written on it. I immediately checked the cameras. Fexa is in her pod. I even rewinded and checked the last 30 minutes of footage just to be sure. At no point did Fexa leave her pod, as far as the cameras were concerned. The only one moving in about the nightclub is me. Should I text the number now? Yeah, sure. There's nothing wrong with texting the number, I believe. Thanks for the picture. How'd you get past the cameras? There's no bug in the system where the camera looped from 3:22 to 3:24 a.m. Text me during the day when it's easier to sneak a message. Guess that answers that. And also, Mr. Smith, complete liar. They can get into the office. At least Fexa can. With my nightly duties attended to and the animatronics sleeping, the rest of my shift passes without incident. When I pass through the locker room to get changed, I stuff the picture of Fexa into the pocket of my jeans. I hear the animatronics yawning and waking up inside their pods on my way out to the club. I debate about lingering to ask him a few questions, but decided against it. I instead head for the entrance, step outside, and lock the door behind me. Easy dub. Easy dub. My apartment isn't amazing, but it gets the job done. I beeline straight for the kitchen and prepare a quick breakfast of buttered toast. As I eat, I try to come up with a flirtatious message that's sure to get Fex's attention. I keep coming back to pirate-adjacent puns with varying degrees of success. Eventually, I settle with something cheesy. Do you leave pictures and your number for all the guards, or have I caught your interest? Well, she was checking me out back in the locker room. Let's not forget. Also, don't think I forgot about you getting to my secure place last night. I should totally get to see your Davy Josh's locker return. Davy Jones, please, 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 if I'm going to be represented as a character, especially if your name's Black, don't fuck up Davy Jones' name. Put some respect on the name, alright? Then I wait. And wait. God, the crippling anxiety is setting in. Yeah, I would have left you on red too for that terrible cheesy pun. 2 hours pass and still no reply. I'm about to cut my losses and go to sleep when my phone buzzes. Let's just say you're interesting. I don't think I didn't catch the whole Davy Jones versus Davy Josh pun for my locker. You can have this picture to tide you over until tonight. Boom. Enjoy it, folks. Damn, you got quite the booty right there. Yeah. I was supposed to have fun with the cameras watching anyways. Well, we always have 2 minutes around 3 a.m. Though with me, you won't last 30 seconds. Ayo? Care to make that a bet? Ooh, I'd love to. But let's figure out the camera thing first. Last guy had a few ways, but Mr. Smith patched all the big security holes when he got caught. As far as I know, I read text too. As far as I know, there's just the 3 a.m. bug left at the moment. Got it. I'll sleep on it and see if I can figure anything out. See you tonight. Sleep quickly takes me after the excitement of the night. My dreams are a barrage of curvy animatronics dancing for my pleasure. Combined with Fex's photo, there's no wonder I wake up horny. Should I relieve myself before my shift? I'm trying to remember how this setup went for night 2. Cause I'm trying to remember. I want to say God, what were the choices again? I'm trying to remember choices. One of the choices required me going to the vent. I know it did. And it almost got me caught. But I'm sure tonight's not without consequences. I'm gonna go with the no. Instead of indulging my dreams, I hop into the shower, slip into uniform, some lunch, then check the clock. Got a few hours before I'm due at the nightclub. I'm not a techie per se, but it occurs to me that having admin access to the security room laptop might be important. Especially if I need to delete or modify any footage in case of the fuck up or having fun with the animatronics. Then again, there's a chance of some hidden security message that will trip and alert Mr. Smith if I try any hacking. So I research ways to gain admin access. Yes, I did that last time. How hard could it be? Hackers do this stuff all the time in the movies. A few Google searches later, I've gone down a rabbit hole of technobabble that almost goes over my head. I understand just enough to be armed with 3 methods to try once I get to work. By the time I push back from my desk, the sun has already set. I hear the low rumble of thunder in the distance. According to the weather report, there's a particularly heavy thunderstorm due to the area soon. I went through a storm just recently myself, so yeah. Oh god, the storm. Oh. I remember Chiku's, the poor thing. The poor thing, Chiku. Anyway, supposedly the storm will last through the night into the morning. Fun. There's nothing else for me to do at home. Time to get to work. I'm greeted with the sounds of singing once I get to the reception area. On stage is Frenni. She's dancing to the beat like an idol, belting out an unbeat tune in a language I can't quite make out. She's singing in French, probably. As she performs, she makes eye contact with me, winks, points to a table, and winks again. Just to be on the safe side, I check the clock on my phone. Technically, my shift doesn't start for another 10 minutes. Perhaps we'll sit down and enjoy the show. I believe last time I did not watch her perform. I don't think I've ever explored that option. That's probably one of those options I forgot to do. I take a seat at the table. You know what? I should have saved. Oh well. I take a seat at the table Frenni pointing at, offering a smile and a wave in turn. Frenni finishes up her curtain songs before turning towards me and smiling back. The next song goes out to a special someone in the audience. Surprisingly, the stage lights kick into action along with a sick beat. Frenni twirls the mic around her hand and swaying back and forth as she begins to sing. Every night, the dream's always the same. I would like to know what's the basis of the song. So I mean, I would love to sing it too, probably. If the lyrics are good. Can't escape these walls of dark decay. Feel me drowning underneath the waves. Every time it never seems to change. Her voice is that of an angel. There's a real emotion behind those words, not just an act. I lean forward, enthralled. To change. Took you away and now. They're gonna get it all I have. You now know you're gone. And I just want to have you back again. My eyes are glued onto Frenni. I couldn't look away even if I wanted to. Hollow heart is all I have today. Someone came and pulled away the veins. They stitched it up and put me on display. But nothing seems to cure me of the pain. Are my eyes playing tricks on me? Or is Frenni crying? Can animatronics even cry to begin with? The pain. Oh. Red eyes. I got flashbacks from red eyes. Took you away and now they're gonna get it. All I have. You know now you're gone. And I just want to have you back again. The song begins to wrap up, but I want more. I savor every last beat, jiggle, and word as Freddy finishes the song. Took you away. Took you away. Took you away. Took you away. All the lights shut off in the all the lights shut off at the conclusion of the song. Then the house lights come up and Frenny's seated on the edge of my table. Like fucking teleported. It's that magic trick she got. So, hot stuff, what'd you think? That was a beautiful song. Sad, emotional, captivating. She laughs, a hand on her chest as she playfully pushes my shoulder with the other. You're too kind, but please do keep praising me. Well, I think there's more to you that meets the eye. And what does it always Ugh. Well, I think there's more to you that meets the eye, and what does is already quite appealing. I look forward to seeing more of you. She slides closer, giggling. Fexa was right. You are too good for us girls, but I think your alarms are about to go off. She points at my phone right as midnight ticks over and my alarm clock sounds. I fumble to turn it off. When I look up, Frenny is gone. How does she do that? I really need to figure out how she's doing that. Is she just fast like Fexa, or is there more at play here? It's the art of misdirection. It's how illusionists makes their way around the stage without people noticing. Whatever the case, I slide out my seat and head to the security room. By the time I sit down in front of the laptop and the camera's feeds, the sound of heavy rainfall permeates through the building. Ever so often, there's a flash of light on the cameras, followed by a peal of thunder. There's a note in the office telling me that the mess needs cleaning or something needs to be stocked. Oh, sorry. Something. Sorry about that, folks. Thanks to my messed up sleep schedule, when midnight gets closer, I'm getting more tired. I blame Pal World. And also I haven't taken any energy drinks or gamer subs. However, there's now a phone and an answering machine on the desk. The lights is flashing, and by instinct, I hit the playback button. Don't have anything for you to deal with tonight, kid. But you picked a bad time to sign on. Getting a thunderstorm your second night's gonna be rough. Some of the animatronics don't take well to thunder, and if the power goes out, then all of them will automatically activate and seek the highest authority in the building. Remember, no fucking the animatronics, even if they come to you. Ciao. Bastard leaving me high and dry. The lights flicker right on cue. That doesn't bode well. And if the night couldn't get any weirder, my phone vibrates from a text. Get out now. Seriously, who is this? This isn't funny. Message could not be delivered. One thing's for sure, I'm not leaving the security room anytime soon. I could try some of the hacking tricks I picked up earlier to pass the time. Maybe I should wait till 3 a.m. rolls around so I'm not caught on some hidden camera. I recall that hacking the stuff now does not affect anything right now. But just to be safe, I'm going to save on the first slot on this choice. I have nothing better to do, so I guess I'll mess around with the laptop using what I learned before coming tonight. Almost immediately, the first attempt fails and throws up a security alert saying that the action has been logged. I start to panic but force that down to try something else. The second attempt gets me admin access. I'm able to erase the security alert so there's no sign of my failed attempt. Phew. That could have been much, much worse. I remember that the tutorials talk about making a secret root account so I have a backdoor into the laptop without throwing up any alarms. It's easy enough to do, even for someone of my skill level. It's amazing what you can learn from a few videos these days. Next, I check the camera access. On my level of control, there's an easy way to loot the footage and or outright erase it. The latter will be noticed easily, but the former should work just fine for my purposes. Also note that the camera feeds are all being encrypted and piped into a server somewhere in the building. However, even with my level of access, I can't pierce the encryption or stop the feed entirely. With all that handled, I better check in on the girls. I check the camera. Hey, Bonfi, what's up, baby? It's been a hot minute. When I check the cameras, I see the only girl out of her recharge pod is a Bonfi in the animatronic room. Actually, you know what? I didn't pay attention last time. No, wait. Actually, no, the background's changed again. If my memory serves, she was at the stage or some sort of room. I have to look back on a video, if you guys can remember. So, new backgrounds. I didn't look at any change logs or anything, so we'll see what's new or not. So, I'm guessing the background changes is new. So, because I don't recall seeing these. These are probably the pods that I'm seeing right behind a Bonfi. One with the specific color, probably for each character. The center one being red, probably obviously Fexa's. The golden one, Chiku's. The purple one right there, that's this one right here, that's probably Bonfi's. And there's two more. One, this looks like more of a greenish, but I'm thinking this is supposed to be brown. So I'm guessing that's Frenni's. Then there's that blue unmarked one. She's practicing with the electric guitar that plugged directly into her thigh rather than a speaker. I can't hear her emitting any sound, yet she's jamming all the same. I cue up the camera and calm to check in on her. Having fun, I see. Everything alright in there? Mrs. Smith told me some of your girls don't take well to thunderstorms. Bonfi stops strumming her guitar and look up at the nearest camera. Her voice hits my ears like a nice cold glass of milk hits your mouth after eating a particularly hot wing loaded with sauce. Oddly specific, because I eat spice all the time. Hi there, Mr. Black. Everything's fine in here so far. Chiku is really the only one that has a lightning complex, and she's fast asleep. That's good. Say, mind if I ask a question? You just did, silly, but sure. I love it when they play. Ha, fair. Why plug the guitar into your thigh and not a speaker? Do you have a built-in sound system? I do. I'm not as specialized as Chiku or Frenni, but I can connect my instrument speakers whenever I want. They're built into my ears, see? She gets close to the camera and her rabbit ears pointed and angled so I can see speaker holes within. That's quite the loadout. I'll have to get here earlier one night so I can see all 40 performing at once. That would be awesome. Since she's awake and I have nothing better to do, I start tossing some softball questions her way. Can you just play the guitar, or are you just musically inclined with other instruments? I can play pretty much anything decently except wind instruments. You can probably guess why. I mean, they didn't give her lungs. I mean, you could generate, maybe like install a fan or something. Whatever can create air way through the air flows. I mean, I'm sure she'd probably play a nice saxophone with that outfit. No, actually, with that outfit, I would probably say... No, you know what? Fuck it. Yeah, sax would be good. Perfect. So I take it you're a main music producer on stage? Neat. Do you take requests? That depends on the nature of request. Oh. Say I wanted a solo performance of something like Thunderstruck. Buffy types her chins, her eyes flickering between red and blue before she answers. I need permission to come into the security room or to go on stage for that. That latter needs Frenni's approval as well. It's an odd quirk of the rules. Best I note that for later. Speaking of rules, anything I should know about the nightclub that might not be obvious, like what you do when not performing, for example? That's an easy one. The upstairs is for the VIPs and private shows. The whole point of the downstairs is for us girls to find good marks and convince them they want to pay extra to see some more Robo-Skin. I'm really, really good at pole dancing, so I tend to be upstairs in costume, and out of it when not on stage. Aside from that, I think the only thing you're not allowed to do besides fucking us is go into Mr. Smith's office without his permission. Though that makes both all the more fun. What about thunderstorms? Is it safe for you to be in the charging pods if there's a power surge? And is Chiku afraid of lightning thunder or just doesn't like it? I think it's safe for us to be in the pods. I don't really remember the last time the power went out completely. As for Chiku, well, she leans in super close to the camera to whispers. One time, she got locked out of the club by accident during a thunderstorm and ended up struck by lightning. I cry every time. The poor thing. She got repaired and all that, but she still has some understandable hang-ups about the whole thing. Understandable. Thanks for sharing, Bonfi. Don't mention it. Right as I'm about to ask something salacious, there's a shuddering boom that rumbles through the floor. The power goes out instantly, plunging me into darkness. That's new. I don't recall that laptop being turning red. The only light comes from the laptop screen. It pops up a warning. Warning. Network connection lost. Webcam recording enabled. Tapes will be checked. Do not fuck the animatronics. A little red light appears next to the webcam built into the laptop screen. It's going to have IR or night vision. Otherwise, it wouldn't be useless in a situation like this. Maybe it's meant to be so if I were to unplug the laptop and take it off the Wi-Fi and automatically records what's going on. That's a security feature I was expecting, but hoping I wouldn't have to deal with. Speaking of security features, there's a sudden knock at the security door room. Uh-oh. Hey, stud, now that the power's out, we can have some fun together. We could have something you wanted. Freddy, please. I know you wanted that solo performance, so how about a group one instead? Ayo. Then a much quieter, angelic, through the horny tone, Chiku speaks. Please let me in. I need to cuddle something right now, really bad. Yeah, I remember this scenario. I said the only person I would ever let in this situation was Chiku. Because one, it would be the safest bet. And you're like, she's been through so much, the poor thing. Now, the best choice is to let him in. No. Venting is too sussy. Tell the girls to be good and wait for you upstairs was the choice I went with. My mind's telling me no, but my body is telling me yes. Why didn't I masturbate for coming tonight? I had to resist the urge to let him in. I adopt a sincere, somber term and speak through the door. Are you all that eager to get rid of me? You know if Mr. Smith finds out I won't have a job anymore, right? There's a pause, and each girl answers in turn. You make an excellent point, Mr. Black. Sorry, I just got lost in the moment. Yeah, I feel bad now. Sorry. I don't want you to have to leave. Just haven't had a good fucking ages. Again, clientele must suck. I'm just horny because I'm a rabbit. Bonfy. Yeah, that's right. I forgot that Night Fox doesn't give Bonfy as much love as he does the other characters. But I mean, it's understandable. Yeah, she's a rabbit, so clearly she's horny. Thought you would do more with that. Just saying. Cuddles. Well, if all you promise to be good, go wait for me upstairs as I try to figure out if I can get the lights back on. Can you do that for me? Sure thing, Mr. Black. Yeah, you got it. I'll hop right up there. Cuddles. Don't worry, Chiku. Don't worry, Chiku. I will find you and I will give you that cuddle. Can I get a hashtag going, you know? It's a long time since I said that. I don't think I've ever had one going, but can I get hashtag cuddles for Chikus in the comments below? Just for this video. If you haven't done so in the previous time I attempted this night. Speaking of hot sauce, this is probably wake me up. Actually, no, it's just regular. Ooh. Anyways, I hear them shuffling away without the cameras. I have no idea if they actually gone upstairs or have just moved down the alleyway. They could be waiting to pounce me the moment I leave. It's just a risk I'm willing to take. Aside from the laptop screen, all I have is the flashlight built into my phone. Looks like I still have a signal too. That might be useful. Do I trust the girls or find somewhere to hide? Trust the girls. Just have the trust in the girls. If they were sincere, they should be heading up to the private booth and waiting for me. If not, well, hopefully my 2 days worth of pay will tie me over on rent for a week or two. Using my phone's flashlight, I leave the security room and make my way to where I recall seeing the breaker box in the club's floor plan. When I get there, I see that all the fuses have been triggered. That lightning must have hit the building, or at least somewhere nearby. I try flicking the fuses back one by one, but the power stays out. Since I'm near the back door of the club, I poke my head outside. The rain's really coming down, so my head gets soaked in moments. It looks like every building in the streets I could see out in the back is in pitch darkness. That means the power's out for the part of the city, not just the club. Looks like all I could do is go hang out with the girls now. I made my bed, now I gotta lie in it. Or get fucked in it. This might be the metaphorical case. I head for the VIP stairs access and climb up. Waiting for me in one of the booths are the 4 girls. Their eyes all green now, for some reason. That must be foreboding as hell. You just go into a room, you see all these green eyes lit up, just staring at you. But we all know green means safe. I check the breakers, and it looks like power is out for this portion of the city. We have the club to ourselves at the moment. No chance of being overheard. For a moment, I swear the way Fexes licks her lips and her eyes narrow means she's about to pounce me. But then she's back to normal. She moves aside, patting the space between her and Chiku for me to come sit. Aw, look at Chiku. So precious. You just can't help but just like give her that head pat, you know? You just see her, you just like, you know, that's the deal. That's the real deal right there. That's the genuine article. Well, we aren't going to fuck you. Well, we aren't going to fuck you, as promised. Come take a seat. I slipped past Frenni and Fexa, do my best not to rub against them too much. I don't plan on fucking them either. For now. But I don't want to give Mr. Smith any excuses in case he checks them out thoroughly in the morning. As I settle in, Chiku moves closer and leans on my shoulder, and hold my arms between her boobs with a soft, contented sigh. So, what's with the green eyes? I've seen blue and red, but not green. Green means we're not being limited by our restraints. Red means those restraints are either stopping us from acting or we don't have the right permissions to do something. Blue is just us interfacing with the main server. So right now, you're all purely you. In a manner of speaking, yes. For the first time in... How long has it been, Fexa? 2 years, 5 months, 16 hours, 52 minutes. Do I need to go on? No, that'll do, thank you. The point is, Mr. Black, that we have the rare opportunity to speak and act both earnestly and completely truthfully. Oh yes, I forgot. This is the heavy lore dump night that man really got into the feels. A number of questions come to mind, but one sticks out in particular. I won't lie, that's kind of fucked up. It's got me thinking. Between Frenni's songs and me seeing you all yawn yesterday morning, I have to ask, were you for always animatronics? All the girls' eyes flashed red for a brief second. I think I just asked the exact wrong question when they turned back to green. No. We can't talk about it directly. It's part of our core programming. That remains even when the main server connection is lost. As Malvi stands to lazily twirl around the stripper pole, Frenni picks up the thread of the conversation. What we can say is that someone once came close to figuring out the way to remove all our limitation and let us truly be free again. But then Mr. Smith found out and threw him out for going crazy. That must be the guy mentioned from a year back. I don't get it though. Why go through all this effort and then limit you so much? Why am I getting secret messages and weird instructions? Why was the first thing you did when you mostly free was try to fuck me? Well, that's easy. You're hot and fucking someone makes me feel not like this. Fair enough. Fair enough, Vexa. Can't resist the old charm of the black. Once you go black, you just can't go back. I know. I get it, Vexa. I get it. As for the rest, Mr. Smith is using us as prototypes. He's hoping to iron out all the kinks so he can mass produce girls like us and expand the nightclub across the country. Joke's on him, I'm kinkier than a garden hose. That may be true, Bonfy. That may be true. But I'm sure there's more to it than that. I don't know what to say. That sucks. It really sucks. Does that mean the past night guards all found out about you or violated the don't fuck rule? Last guy tried to fuck Chiku, but when his dick nearly got severed, Mr. Smith kicked him out and told him he paid for the surgery to save the cock if the guy keeps his mouth shut. Chiku squeezed my arms tighter. I didn't like him much anyways. Good job, Chiku. You did good. Pat her on the head. Good job, Chiku. That's what you do in that situation. Take a moment to process all this information. How can I help you girls? How can I help you girls always be like this? This sucks, it really does. I want to help if I can. Vexa puts a finger underneath my chin and turned my head to look at her. Then she boots me in my nose. That's simple. We gotta use Smith's own rules against him. I did manage to get admin access to the security room's laptop, but I can only erase or modify footage. Sounds like we need more than that. I believe the answer lies in the 5th pod. You know, the one without a name tag. I heard Mr. Smith's talking about creating another girl, but I've never seen so much as a frame for one. Maybe it's in his office? Or the server room? Could be. Our memories get wiped when we go to either locations. That's seriously heavy. Glad I asked. But geez, I can't help but look at the girls in a new light after hearing all this. I instinctively turned to pat Chiku's head. Yes. That's what you do. That's what you're supposed to do. So I try and change the subject for something more pleasant. Maybe I can find a way to get them talking about themselves indirectly to get around that pesky core programming. Let's shift gears for a bit. This is a rare opportunity for me to get to know each of you as individuals. Anyone want to volunteer to go first? Bring it, dude. Alright. First question. Let's say you're given a chance to have any job in the world, free from this place. What will you do? Fexy considers my question before blushing and murmuring. Probably an architect by day and a stud's pet by night. See? I see. What about you, Frenni? Oh, an idol for sure. That or a voice actress. And you, Bonfi? I already know the answer. Or remain a stripper, right? Still a stripper, yeah. Like I said, I'm really hoping later down the road in the story we get more of a Bonfi and like this whole stripper thing is a bit of a more of a facade of something deeper. Perhaps. Or perhaps it's not as deep as it thinks, you know, she's just a horny rabbit. Either way, I'm down for what's in store. I looked at Chiku and asked quietly, and you? A nuclear energy. And wow. I fucked that up. A nuclear engineer. That's right. Chikuheimer. A nuclear engineer. I know it's dumb. No, that's like the opposite of dumb. Chiku brightens a little at that, which makes everything worth it in my eyes. Alright, next question. What's the most embarrassing thing you can remember doing? I don't want to talk about it. What she means to say is that she once had to perform as a fox girl maid. She was the cutest thing ever, but hates putting on the outfit. As for me, let's see. Probably the time I spilled a beer all over an executive that Mr. Smith was trying to court. That wasn't embarrassing. That was awesome. Totally done on purpose. As for me, I'm not really embarrassed by anything at this point. I turn once again to Chiku. You don't have to answer if you don't want to. Okay, I won't. Next question. Ever role-played outside sexy stuff? The girls look like I'm crazy. You mean you could do that without sex? Most unorthodox. Most unorthodox. Nerd. Hey, hey, check out a few cosplays. They're pretty awesome, alright? 10 does amazing cosplays of Boozette, and her maid outfit is awesome. And there's her Max Chick cosplay is awesome. She looks... she cosplays also as J-Man, I believe. 1178 Chan, that's sorry. Gotta correct that for the record. I wonder if she has other cosplays. I'm sure she does. I think she for one Halloween she had a good outfit. Can't remember what it was, but anyways, besides the point. I mean it. It might look good. Maybe a good thing for us to do when the power's out, you know, like this. Unless you want to play cards or Monopoly or something. Fix cheats at Monopoly, though. So you do play. I do not. You do too. Bouncing your boobs in front of a guy and promise he can get a bunch of nudes from you in exchange for Boardwalk and Park Place is totally cheating. It's a legitimate strategy. Ref will be like, I'll allow it. Before I can ask any more, the lights begin to flicker back to life. I leap up as to not get caught by the camera, and the girls do likewise. Damn. Our time's up already. Will any of you remember this conversation once the server's back up? During the night shift, yes. But we won't be able to access that data during the day without Mr. Smith finding out. Damn. Alright. Everyone back to your pods. I'll go sing a song for Smith to grill me about later. With any luck, I'll have a solution to this soon. Deal? They all nod, and then we all sprint for our respective rooms. The girls make it to their pods, and I to the security room before the lights come back on fully. Laptop's still on and recording. According to the clock, it's only been 30 minutes since the power went out, meaning it's been 25 or so minutes since I left the security room to check the breakers. I clear my throat and look directly at the laptop's webcam. Just to let you know, Mr. Smith, I didn't fuck the animatronics. All I did was watch them as they stood in place. You were right. All I had to do was order them, and they listened. Laptop does not comment, however. After about 40 minutes, the phone on the desk rings. When I pick up, I hear Mr. Smith on the other end. I just got a notification the power's back, as well as the laptop's feed. You did good, kid. I'm still going to use my admin access to question the girls directly come the morning. But you don't look like a fucking mess like the last guy did before I fired him. Maybe you got what it takes to keep this job after all. Thanks, boss. I have to force myself to say the last word, despite how much I hate it on the girl's behalf. I'll do a round of the building to make sure nothing's broke during the outage. Good thinking. I'm going back to sleep. Ciao. Now that the lights are back on and the girls are back in their pods, I have some time to kill. I've already done all I can with the security room laptop. I need to do further research in order to progress any further. I might as well do a round of the building. As I wandered the building, I realized there's an extensive ventilation system that runs into nearly every room. The vents are just big enough for me, but too small for the animatronics. Did not stop Chiku on night 2, I tell you what. Hopefully I never have to hide in them. My round of the building finishes around 6 o'clock a.m. I made it through another night somehow. And with that, I have completely caught up with night 2. Again, I'm going to cut the footage here. See you in a sec before continuing on to night 3. Hope you guys have enjoyed this recap. And if you haven't already at this point, you haven't hit the like button, please be sure to do that. If you're new to this channel, please be sure to subscribe. I'm probably going to compile night 1 and 2 into one recap video. It's probably going to be an hour long, but you know what? Since a long time since I last uploaded, I feel like you guys deserve at least some lengthy video, right? And nowadays, a lot of videos are coming at 1 hour time frames, aren't they? You know? I guess people are just more tuned into YouTube these days. You know, or have more patience in watching stuff. Depending on who they're into, right? You know, a lot of people still could try to make it 30 minutes. Max tries to, at least. But, you know, a lot of people are a lot cooler with hour-long videos these days. Me included. Guess so, maybe because we're so used to being to streams and stuff. So, like, yeah, you know what? Why not sit down and watch a video for an hour? I'll watch your stream for like 5 hours. Just to get a snack, sit back, relax, enjoy a good read, you know. Maybe you're having this as a podcast or some sort in the background, you know. Reading as a bedtime story. If whatever you use this video for, I appreciate it all the same. Just as long as it's not too weird. Right? Right? Anyways. See you in a bit. Let me cut this footage here.
Thank you so much for watching my video. Consider becoming a Patreon today. Link is in the description. Special shout out to Fatal Fire.